Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, The Expanse, Season 4, Episode 8. Let's quickly go over what happened last episode. Basically, what has been going down is that the Belters and the Earthers and everyone that is on Illus are now forced into one of these proto-molecule structures with an ocean surrounding them. People are starting to go blind because of this virus, or she didn't say it was a virus, some type of organism that is taking home in their bodies, and it's exacerbated by the fact that they are all clumped together now in the salt water. Elvie was explaining it, but so I don't really know the scientific explanation for it. But basically, if they don't find a cure or fix it, they're all going to go blind within a day. So I'm pretty sure it's just like a green film that appears over their eyes, so maybe that it is curable. It's not something that really attacks their nerves, their eyeball nerves. So I don't think that they can go permanently blind. Maybe it's just a temporary thing. But I don't know. Mercury is clearly planning for the fact that they will all be able to be cured because he's already planning for the future. He's planning for the fact that they will get out of there. The Belters are going to have to be a necessary sacrifice. Holden isn't going to make it off the planet. They're going to steal the lithium deposits that were on the planet. And all will be well for Mercury. He is going to use the planet's lithium deposits to make millions, is what he said. So, I don't know if he's going to be able to accomplish that goal blind, but clearly the first goal is to cure their blindness, and I thought that Mercury was actually maybe had a change of heart last episode. He gave the Belter the water that they were trying to steal, but really I think at the end of the day it's just a front to make everybody feel and make it seem like he is calling a truce, when in reality he has ulterior motives, and we saw that last episode. So that's something I'm keeping in the back of my mind. As far as everything with Christian, she's kind of dealing with some shit with this whole election. She doesn't really know what to do. I'm going to predict that she doesn't win this next election, and it might not be that bad. We might see a little bit more of a human side to her. But maybe a situation will arise where it forces her to act and gain the favor of the general public and the people that are voting for her to become the next Secretary General. So, I don't know. A situation might arise in which she has to make another decision, like the Marco situation last episode, and she has to make a huge decision in order to gain the favor back of everybody. But clearly it's like thing after thing. First the Sojourner, and now with the Marco thing that is happening, she wasn't able to find him and kill him. And apparently that ship didn't have any stops, so he's clearly on there. Something just happened. The signal got cut out, so I don't really know what went down there. Don't know where he's gonna go. I hope we see Ashford and Drummer this episode too, because we haven't seen them in a while, and with 3 episodes left of the season, I would hope that they have something more to do with this Marco storyline than what appears. So I think we're going to see them this episode. That's what I'm going to predict. Hopefully we see Bobby this episode. Her storyline gets a little bit of a conclusion. And yeah, I'm going to get right into the episode. So without further ado, let's get into episode 8. Oh wow, she's meditating and shit. She is clearly dealing with some mental demons. I think she needs to come to terms with the fact that she can't win every battle. I don't know though. Maybe this is the opposite. Maybe this is her origin story, and she's actually gearing up to make the best, biggest move of her career. That's some queen shit. Okay, I take back what I said. It looks like she's gonna do some queen shit. Yeah, she's smiling. She's smiling.
I'm here to tender my resignation.
General, you do not need to fall on your sword over this.
I understand that's how the public will perceive it, but that's not what I'm doing. I cannot, in good conscience, continue to serve a leader who recklessly puts Marines in a line of fire for her own gain.
We were hunting a terrorist.
Dozens of innocent civilians died to boost your poll numbers.
You're dismissed.
I didn't realize innocents died. I thought it was just soldiers, which doesn't make it any better, but at least they're prepared for that line of duty to make the ultimate sacrifice. Fred motherfucking Johnson, look at him. We haven't seen him in so long.
Welcome to Medina Station.
Oh!
You promised to hold your temper.
I did. You gave Marco's location to the Earthers and got dozens of innocent Belters killed.
Wow.
Marco rigged that ship to blow and kill everyone. It appeased the Earthers and kept our hands clean in the eyes of the OPA factions who supported Marco.
She cast the right vote. She saw the larger picture unfolding in that airlock, and she'd made a correct decision, difficult as it was.
Which is exactly what I did. We were
Ashford.
both in an impossible position.
No, you can do it without me.
Wow.
I quit.
Wow.
Oh, drama.
She really hates what he did that much. She's a belter through and through. She will not stand for that at all. I am glad to see Fred back, though. I don't know how I feel about what he did, but I'm glad to see him back. I want to see where Marcos is, though. Marco. My bad. I saw y'all's comments. I know it's Marco. I want to see where he is. Like, I know where he is, but I want to see his actual face.
Was there anything in my blood?
Nothing out of the ordinary. Maybe your immunity has something to do with your multi-parent genetics. But that still doesn't help us.
Oh, I thought it was because he could talk to Miller, and he was special, and they were purposely not choosing him. But I never considered the whole parent thing.
Israel, even blind, would be safer up there than without these slugs fooling us.
Yeah, shit. Killer slugs.
Leaving the Belters behind. When we leave here, we're all leaving together.
In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king.
I don't know how Mercury plans to execute his plan, being blind. He's not going to be able to. And not as long as Holden is alive and able to say something about it. Damn, Holden is... He's got to oversee everyone.
I think someone walked away. That way.
He's the only one that can see anything. That is such a large burden.
Amos!
Amos. What are you doing, Amos?
Step back.
Does he want to die?
Step back.
Oh! I feel bad for Amos. He's having a rough time.
Yeah, watch your leg.
Hold on.
Yeah. Amos, look at me.
I'd be freaking out like him.
Look at me. As long as we're still breathing, we're alive. I can't lose you.
Murdering innocent people, our own people, in exchange for peace with the Illus.
His way is not the way forward for the belt.
And this is.
I have seen blood spilt my entire life, and I have spilt enough myself to know that the future, our future, cannot be built on violence. I have more pressing matters.
Like what?
I am going to hunt down Marco and kill him. The longer Marco lives, the more followers he will recruit, and the more our nation and our peace will be at risk. And I also admit I am eager to see his pretty face floating outside the airlock.
Damn, Ashford. That's
I
ruthless.
see age hasn't changed everything.
I am going to need a good exo. The job is yours, if you want it.
I don't know, man. I'm nervous for both of them if she takes that offer.
If I take this job, I'll make enough money to leave.
Leave?
Colony ships are lining up all ready to go through. After this job, I can buy my whole family a place on board one of those ships. There's no reason why Mars should continue terraforming.
Mars has been terraforming for generations. We're not going to abandon it.
You think all those scientists
Bobby.
and engineers are going to keep creating an atmosphere that won't be finished for another century? I was a good Martian my entire life because I wanted my children to get their share of the rewards. Well,
You can't get your family off the planet if you're dead.
I'm surprised she's just realizing this right now. That Mars is a dead planet, pretty much.
if you want out, just say so.
Damn, he's giving her that out, and she's still probably gonna be in it. I think she's too curious about what the cargo is, actually, to quit at this point. But
Amos?
now she's kind of realizing, Mars is
Amos?
kind of a shithole now.
Here.
I know how you feel.
No. You don't.
It's okay if you're scared.
I don't know what I am. When I was 5, I lived in a basement. And I'd have nightmares. When I woke up and opened my eyes, everything was still black. That's when they came in. I thought I was dead. There was nothing I could do about it. There's nothing we can do now except sit in the dark and wait to die.
People like us deserve a say in how we go out.
That's all I ever wanted.
So Amos is having, PTSD, it seems, from what he's dealt with. I feel bad for Amos, man. I didn't realize all that.
We've taken 2 blood samples. There is nothing abnormal.
I can't let us die down here.
It's not on you.
Yes, it is.
He might be able to have a cure in his blood, or maybe anything he's taken.
What if it's not your blood? What if your blood is normal, but it's your vitreous tumor that isn't?
What's that?
My what?
Your eye fluid.
Okay. Why would he have special eyes, though?
This is the only way.
Oh!
You need a little fluid to analyze.
No!
Just don't go in too far.
That is my actual worst. That is some Final Destination shit. I can't watch. Holy shit.
Okay, put the sample in the machine.
How do you do that?
Glucose concentration 3.1 millimoles per liter. Leptides 1.97 micrograms per trace plastic metabolites.
I'm nodding like I understand.
You might want to see a doctor. You have precancerous cells that could become life-threatening if not treated.
I was irradiated on Eros, so full of oncocytals.
Oh. What?
You have a medication for it.
Yeah, I've got to take regular injections.
Because of the radiation?
The anti-cancer meds are what is killing the organisms.
Do you have the reagents to make the meds?
I think so.
No
I'm sorry,
way.
I just need you to read some information off your patch.
Good on Elvie for figuring that out. Holden really didn't realize that? I guess he didn't take them in a while, so he wouldn't have really thought of that as an option. So, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt here.
I'm sorry, memorials are never easy. And how impersonal they are makes them even worse. The OPA killed your husbands, your wives, but it is my fault that they died. And all I can say is, I am truly sorry.
That is the most genuine I've seen her present herself in public, at least. In maybe this whole show. I mean, she knows what it feels like. She's got to be genuine.
Marco's ship has a lot of missiles. I'd hate to die because we couldn't shoot back.
Requesting permission to come aboard, Captain.
Mission granted.
I love Ashford.
A gift for you.
You're not coming. But then will you do me a favor? Hold on to this until I finish the mission.
I love them. They are so friggin' cute. This makes me nervous for Ashford, though. The fact that she's not going. She's a loved character. So is Ashford. But it makes me nervous. And they always do that shit. With the alcohol. You know, we'll drink it when you get back. And then they end up never coming back. So I don't know. I hope that's not the case. But I'm very worried about Ashford. For sure.
Cable secure.
Thank you, Calais.
Bring her home.
Why is this so intense right now? Wow. I mean, this was all Lucia's idea. And Felsia saw it through on the barb, so props to them.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are climbing higher.
See? Teamwork, man. Teamwork makes the dream work. I wish more people on this show realized that.
We don't have all the facts yet, but we do know that opinions around the world dramatically changed about the ring gate since these images from New Terra
Oh,
became
wow.
public.
Who broadcasted that?
Did you leak the images from New Terra?
I don't think she did.
Yes.
You
Oh,
said the last thing you wanted
Well,
to
that
do
clears
was
it.
unnecessary.
Now Nancy Gower doesn't have a leg or a platform to stand on.
You're
Yeah.
inciting fear and hysteria to cover up your own mistake.
New Terra is the headline again.
it's not fear, it's
As it
real.
always should.
She wants to protect her
This isn't
people.
about the ring world. It's about your pride.
You told me to connect with the voters emotionally. You don't get to be upset with me because I didn't play by your rules.
All your words today were lies.
That seems real. I'm sorry. I thought that was genuine.
That wasn't a lie.
Yeah. Why would she wouldn't do
Every
that?
word was the truth.
She's got a double-edged sword here because she does care about humanity and her people. I'll talk more at the end of the episode, but I'm on Christian's side here.
hell have you been?
What? What? Where do I even start with that? I guess I'll work my way backwards because that seems like the most logical thing to do since that's at the forefront of my mind right now. Miller is back after God knows how long. It's been so many episodes. He's basically not even been in this season. So I don't know why he would return now. Nothing protomolecule related has really happened other than the structures. Because the slugs aren't protomolecule related from what I know. They are organisms that came from the ocean of the planet, and what I think happened was just the fact that they were all there together and the ocean was surrounding them. That's why the slugs happened. The slugs would have eventually made their way to the settlement regardless. So I don't think that was protomolecule related unless I'm wrong. I don't think that the virus in the eye, not the virus, but the green stuff in the eye that happened, I don't think that was protomolecule related. So I have no reason or no idea why protomolecule Miller would appear. But they made it a thing when he was glitching out. They made it apparent to switch the hat on and off. Like his outfit kept changing, and specifically his hat kept on going on and off. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's supposed to indicate that we are seeing just different versions of Miller throughout time, or maybe potentially a real version of Miller. The fact that we're getting that 2 episodes before the finale is indicative to me that something big is going to go down. Some major reveal is going to happen with Miller, and we're going to get some more information. I've been so thirsty for knowledge about the protomolecule and specifically why Miller has been absent for this long. So I hope that with that little glimpse of what just happened with Holden, I hope that we get that. I'm trying to speculate as to why he would just randomly appear now, and I can't really come up with a reason. Everybody can see now, but everybody could see before, and he didn't appear when everybody could see before. So something had to have been ignited. Otherwise, he wouldn't be there and he wouldn't be glitching out. Because he's a little bit further away from his source, which would indicate that he's glitching out. But I don't know what his whole goal would be. We know from the past episodes that he only really shows up when he needs something. So I don't know what he would need now. I think next episode, if he does decide to appear again, we'll find out. But I don't know. You guys are going to have to help me out with this one because I'm genuinely lost as to why he would even return. So that is something I'm going to just keep on questioning probably for the next 2 episodes as I continue watching this. Let's move on to something, I guess we'll stay within that storyline. So LV and Holden working together cured the whole blindness thing that was going on, which is great. I was a little bit concerned and questioning why Holden would have brought up that point earlier, or why he wouldn't have brought up that point earlier. But I guess he hasn't taken his meds since they were on the Rossi, right? I mean, it's been quite some time. So I don't think he's really had that at the forefront of his mind and didn't even consider the possibility that that would even be a reason why he was immune to this blindness, because he hasn't taken it. So I'm going to play devil's advocate and make that the reason, because I don't think Holden really has evil motivations here. I mean, we saw how shitty and tired he looked at the end. He's literally been looking after this group of people for God knows how long, probably a couple of days as they were blind. And he's had to, be their eyes for dozens of people. So he probably didn't get any sleep, couldn't eat. He was just struggling so much that I don't think that he was able to really be of the best mind. So LV is really the MVP because she was the one that was like, it's not about your blood, it's actually about your eye fluid. It's the reason, the meds that you were taking is the reason that you aren't going blind. It's the reason that you're immune. So good on LV for figuring that out. I also want to address the whole Amos scenes this episode, the whole Amos storyline that occurred, because I think it's pretty obvious at this point what he has gone through, and he's had a very shitty life. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for the fact that he clearly has some unresolved PTSD and trauma from what he went through as a child, and the literal explanation is that he was a child, he woke up and he would be in the dark, and I assume sexual things would happen to him and he was abused in that way. That's what I'm going to assume based on the clues that I'm getting thus far from Amos's what he said. So while he was literally a child who couldn't see in the dark and would have things happen to him, in this sense, he was also blind, and that was bringing back really bad memories for him. And I feel really, really awful for him that he had to deal with that, because I never understood why he would, I understood why he would be pissed off about going blind, but he had this rage in him that I didn't truly understand until he explained it a little bit more this episode, with the whole him waking up and not being able to see. He was in the dark literally, but now he was also in the dark because of his blindness, which makes me feel 100% more bad for him. He's one of my favorite characters. He's probably in my top 5 favorite characters. Not because of the trauma that he went through, but because of how he deals with it as an adult and how he tries to do better than what was done to him. So we've seen that the entire show. He's always protecting kids. He's always making sure nothing bad happens to kids. And I think that that's pretty fucking remarkable considering what happened to him. Because he could easily just be like, I hate what happened to me, let me just hate the world and hate everyone in it. But he doesn't take that approach. He does the opposite, actually, and tries to prevent what happened to him from happening to other people, other kids. So I think that that lands him in the top 5 of my favorite characters for sure. As far as everything else, I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm out of breath. I'm trying to gather all of my thoughts about everything, and I have so many. So I guess we'll address the Christian thing that happened this episode, because a few things pissed me off, and I want to address what my initial reaction to the Marine guy. I'm not sure what his actual role was, but he was the guy that gave Christian the 2 options on the whole Marcos situation. And then he went and cried about it this episode and resigned. And at first I was like, okay, he's spitting truth back at Christian. He is true in the fact that it appears that Christian does everything for herself and to further her goal. But what the fuck else was she supposed to do? You gave her 2 options. I'm sorry, but that's a cowardly move, and I was very focused on what he was saying to her as opposed to what his whole role in everything was, because I guess I forgot that he was the one that gave her the 2 options, and I didn't realize it really until she was giving the speech about the 12 dead soldiers, and she looked at him in the audience, and I was like, wait, why would he resign if he was the one? It's just a stupid move. It's a stupid move for me, and I don't think Christian deserves to be talked to like that, so maybe it's better that he resigned. I think that she made one of the only decisions she could have made as far as having 2 decisions. She chose the less lethal option. Instead of killing everybody, she killed less people than she would have had she just blown up the ship. It was basically a trap. So Christian's whole thing has always been save Earth, protect humanity as a whole, and she doesn't want people going out and exploring these planets. That is straight up what is happening. She leaked the photos from New Terra, from Illus, in order to prevent that from happening. She wants to make Nancy Gao's platform be a little bit less strong. She doesn't want her to really have any factual support for her claims, which is that we should go out, we should explore these planets. But I think her claims are solely political, because I don't see her, wanting to hop on the next ship and going out and exploring these planets. I think when it comes down to it, Nancy Gao wouldn't fucking put a foot in a ship that went off to another planet. I don't think that she would take that risk. Yet her whole platform is advocating for that. And that's why I think she's corrupt, even more corrupt than Christian would be. And I don't even think Christian is corrupt. I think she stayed true to her save Earth, save humanity mentality this entire show. And that is just evidenced by this episode. And her husband also pissed me off this episode too. I don't know why he wouldn't be on her side. I don't know why he suddenly thinks that she's out for herself. Yes, she is running a political platform. She's in the middle of a debate, but also she's trying to protect her image and do what she thinks is right, while also trying to appear as this figure that is for Earth and for Earth interests. But as we see in politics all the time, you could want something, but that could be displayed as something very different by your opponent. Everything gets twisted. So she's just trying to remain true. And the fact that her husband doesn't see that, it's pretty fucked up to me, if you ask. I don't know if you guys have different opinions on Christian, if you think that she's still corrupt, but I think you could advocate and argue for both sides here. As far as everything else, I feel like I talked a lot during the episode about my sentiments towards Ashford and Drummer. Not surprised that Drummer didn't go along with Ashford, but I think it's going to end up being deadly for him potentially because of the context clues that I'm getting. I'm going to predict that he's going to die because, you know, with the whole alcohol thing, she was like, you know, we'll toast when you get back, when I see you again. And I think she's going to end up making that toast alone just based on context clues that I got from this episode, because good people on this show rarely survive. And Ashford is a genuinely good person. I think that he definitely sees his younger self in Marco. I think that that's the whole internal conflict that he's going through right now. He doesn't want that, and he knows how it ends up. He knows what happens, and now that he's older and has a different perspective, I think that he's going to try to cut it, kill Marco before it ends up manifesting and happening again. He just wants to keep the peace. So we also saw Fred Johnson this episode. Whatever. He's alright, I guess. Don't know what his role is going to be in the future, but he leaked the information about... What did he do again? He leaked the information of Marco's whereabouts to the UN, right? So I don't know what his role is going to be in these future episodes, but now the drummer's alone, she's going to have some pretty intense conversation with him, I guess. That's what I'll predict. I want to see Marco. These last 2 episodes, I assume that we're going to see Marco. If Ashford is making it his mission to go kill Marco, I assume we're going to see him. So, don't know how that's going to go down, but I guess we will see. As far as everything else, with the whole Belter settlement and everything going on, I don't know. Predictions as to why Holden is seeing Miller all of a sudden again. I think it might have something to do with the cancer meds, because if Holden hadn't been taking them for a while, maybe that was the reason why he didn't see Miller. Maybe the last time he took it is when he saw Miller. I don't know, though. I would have to rewatch the show and see if that was the case. So, if that's the case, though, and everybody has this, if everybody's, like, taking the cancer meds, or taking a version of it in order to be immune to the eye thing, wouldn't everybody see Miller? Or would Holden only see Miller because he was connected to him? I don't know. I really do want to get into the next episode, though. I feel like I've been talking for a while. This episode just got my mind reeling as far as theories for the way that this could play out. So I'm going to shut up and get into the next episode. So as always, thank you guys for watching. Check out my other reactions if you have not already. And I will see you guys for episode 9. All right, bye guys.